There's my package. It should be the replacement battery cable for the one that I stupidly broke by using a power ratchet to tighten the clamp. I broke the bolt that tightens the clamp, and it turned out it was a special bolt that you can't just go to some hardware store and buy. The reason why I broke it, I think this thing is glued on tight. No tape on this. I don't know. I've never seen a box shipped like this. Looks like they put two-sided tape or something on it. And it's tough. These. Should have just got a knife and cut it off, but I thought I could rip it open. And I could, it just took a while. And inside, there's what you have. And I probably need a knife to cut those pieces of tape. Got my trusty blade. There's the cable. And it looks like the right thing. So what I did wrong, I put a power wrench on this nut to tighten it. And the reason why I had to buy a whole new cable is, if you look at the back of this nut, it's made in such a way that these little tabs on the end are what squeeze this in when you tighten this bolt, this nut. So I couldn't just go out to the hardware store and buy something to replace it. It's hard to get this camera set up to where you can see everything, but I'm doing the best I can. What I did is I clamped the cable on temporarily with vice grips, and now I'm going to go get a longer extension, but I will show you first where the bolt is, the nut is that I'm trying to get off. This is the new one. Right here, this one did not break off. There is a small ground wire that connects to this, and that is what originated my problem when I replaced the battery, because that wire made it hard to pull the negative cable out of the way, and in the process it fell down while I was trying to put the battery in, and the weight of the battery went on it and pulled off the there was a round terminal that was bolted onto that, and it pulled the wire off the terminal. So that gave me a low battery warning every time I started the car, even though the battery was not low. So the reason that I am leaving those vice grips on the terminal till I get that nut off is because that kind of contributed to why I was trying to tighten the battery clamp more in the first place, because I'm going to take that off now that that's broken loose. Because I was trying to take the nut off to get the ground wire off of there, and when I put the manual wrench on it, my battery terminal was spinning. So as you can see, this is just a little ground wire here, and with that off I should be able to get the cable off. It comes off easily, and without that ground wire attached, it's easier to get it out of your darn way. So if you're changing a battery, just disconnect that wire and get everything out of the way so that you can't drag that negative terminal down into the well underneath the battery like I did, which caused a whole host of other things. So there's two more things I have to disconnect. One is the actual end of the cable itself, and just so you know what I'm going after, it is that end of the cable, and there's just a 13 metric bolt that holds it down. And then there's going to be one more thing that you have to disconnect. Now that one that's a bigger bolt there, so you can actually use a lot more force on it. But the last thing to do is to take this wire off, and I'm just checking to see if it's still in the frame. I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer, and hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing with it. The way they make these clips nowadays, they have locks on them. So this one, I hope that's in the frame. You need to remove this, or at least lift it up and then press on that to pull it out. Well, since I zoomed in too far and you couldn't see it on the video, you're going to get my artist renditioning of what that clip looks like and what you have to do to it. And excuse my shakiness with the camera, but I'm hand holding it. So this would be the part that is connected to the battery cable, and this wire plugs into that. You got wires coming out of it, and this little U-shaped thing here is a gray colored lock, and what you have to do is pull that lock out, and then it exposes underneath it another tab that you press in between the two legs of that lock, and that releases the wire from the cable, and you can pull it out easily. but it's upside down. You can't see it when you're looking at it from the top, so it's hard to figure out how in the heck you take the darn thing off. Okay, new cable's ready to go in. I'm gonna hook the wire up first. It clicked in. Press the lock in. That's not coming out. Take the bolt, put it through the eye of the battery cable. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to back off that zoom a little bit so that you can see what is going on. Going to tighten down the bolt here. I'm going to use the power wrench on it, but I'm just going to hit it. Just hit it pretty lightly with the wrench because I don't want to get back into what happened before. I'm going to move my little extra wire out of the way. Put the battery cable on the terminal. It's reconnected. So now with my 1/4" wrench, I'm going to tighten the cable on. I'm afraid now to tighten this too tight, having broken one and having it cost me $70. Hope it's tight enough. Doesn't appear to move by hand. So we're going with tight enough. And the last thing, the little extra ground wire that goes to that post that's on the terminal on the battery cable clamp. And we'll tighten that down. Yeah, all I really needed from this $70 cable was that one little bolt. If I could have found one like that or purchased one somehow, that's all I needed. So this is all in. I am going to open the garage door. You'll hear the noise. And I'm going to start the car now. Every time I have disconnected the battery cable, the first time I go to start the car, it just kind of clicks and it doesn't really start. So this will be interesting. I won't be surprised if that's what happens. That's exactly what happened. So I got all the other normal warning signs: door open, trunk open, connecting my cell phone to the car. Everything is back to normal. Now all I got to do is put the cover back on, put the carpet back down, reposition my protector here because it goes under the carpet. Oops, forgot to mention this. That covers all the positive terminals on the battery. Okay, let's call that a wrap, and I'm done with the horrors I faced with doing a simple battery replacement in this beast. I saw a comment online on one of the videos I watched about changing the battery that said that the dealers charged $300 to do this job. It might have been worth it because it was a hassle. That battery wouldn't come out of the compartment, it wouldn't go back in. The original battery doesn't have a handle on it, so it makes it very difficult for you to get the battery out, especially when you're, and when I was younger, my hands were stronger. I could probably have done it a lot easier, but now I'm in my late 70s, so I don't have the strength I had. Bending that carpet back kind of does mess it up a little bit because it's kind of brittle, but it is what it is. You can't get away from doing that because of where they put the battery. So I'm going to call this a wrap. Thanks for watching.